students, I am Nalike ma'am from Shri Shivaji Vidya Mandir, Aundh. Today we are going to see the nervous tissue. In previous lecture we have seen the muscular tissue and types of a muscular tissue, and today we are going to see that nervous tissue. Basically this nervous tissue is composed of nerve cells or neurons or a neuroglia. So what is a neurons and nerve cells and neuroglia? There is a only basic thing, that is a neuron is a structural and functional unit of a nervous system. What is a nervous system? Nervous system is our brain system, basically brain system. That means it controls all our brain's activities, right? All our body activity. So in that nervous system there is a one unit which has a particular structure and also have a particular function. It is called as a nerve. It is called as a neurons. And another word is a neurological cells. This is the totally non-nervous cell, but it is a supporting cells. Where it support in the space in between the neurons. There will be a neuroglia or a neuroglial cells will be present, and this neuroglial cells has a particular function, and that is it regenerate and divides the particular cell. That means in our body it get regenerated that particular cell or divides that particular cell, but these neurons don't have a capacity to regenerate the cells. Why it is happen? Because there is a lack of a centroid. Now see, this is the diagram of a neuron. That means this is the structure of a neuron, and you can see there is a cell body, nucleolus, nucleus of Schwann cell, node of a Ranvier, dendrites, dendron, neuroplasm, axon, neurolemma, telodendron. So all these are parts of a neuron. There is a types of a neurons: unipolar neuron, bipolar neuron, multipolar neuron. So in the multipolar neuron, this structure will be included. So first we will see the what is the exactly structure and function of the neuron parts. We have already seen that neuron is a structural and functional unit of a nervous system. That means this neuron is present in our nervous system. Basically this neuron is made up of a cyton or a cell body. It is also called as a cell body. That means here you can see there is a cell body indicator, and you can see this is the cell body. That means this dendrites, dendron, neuroplasm, nucleus, nucleolus, these all the cell body. And in this cell body there is a small granule like structures are present, and also there is a cytoplasm present. I have already told that in every cell structure there is a fluid like structure is present, and it is called as a cytoplasm. But in the neuron there is a cytoplasm, and it is called as a neuroplasm. And of course in middle there is a nucleus is present. You can see this is the nucleus. This neuroplasm, you can see this is the neuroplasm. This neuroplasm contains the all cell bodies or cell organs like mitochondria, Golgi complex, rough endoplasmic reticulum, And I have already told that in that cytoplasm, it is also called as a neuroplasm. In that neuroplasm, there is a small granule-like structures are present, and these granules are called as a Nissal's granules. It is called as a Nissal's granule. I repeat, in the neuroplasm, there is a small granules are present, and these granules are called as a Nissal's granules. And these granules is made up of RNA. Now, we have already seen that what is the cell body, and this cell body contains the dendrites or a dendron and the axon. So, if there is a one branch, then it will called as a dendron, but it is the more than two branches, then it will called as a dendrites. Only difference is that. So basically this dendron and dendrites is the very short, but it has a branch structure, or it is called also processes, and these fine branches is called as a dendrites, and only one single branch will called as a dendron. And what is the function of these dendrites? These dendrites carry the impulses towards the cyton. Okay, so we have already seen that, or I have already told that in our nervous system it gives the impulses. That means brain gives the impulses or a message to all our body, right? And after that we do activity like sleeping, eating, running, jogging, eating, etc. So it is called as a impulses. That means these dendrites gives the these dendrites carries the impulses towards the cyton. And another is the axon. So what is the axon? Axon is only one branch or one structure which is a very elongated, and it has a cylindrical process. Cylindrical means it is a elongated processes, and this axon has a covering called as a axolemma. And in axon also there is a fluid like structure is present in between this elongated structure, and it is called as a axolemma. And this axolemma contains lots of mitochondria and neurofibrils. And this axon is very connected to the particular fatty sheath, and this fatty sheath is called as a myelin sheath, and outer covering of this myelin sheath is called as a neurilemma or a neurilemma. And this myelin sheath and neurilemma are the parts of the Schwann cell. You can see this is the Schwann cell, and these Schwann cells means myelin sheath and neurilemma are the part of this the Schwann cells. And these Schwann cells has the particular nucleus. You can see this one. So here is the nucleus of the Schwann cell. And the intervals of the axon, that means you can see there is a cylindrical structure, that is a axon. In between two axon there is a some space are present, and this space is called as a node of a Ranvier. and at the end you can see there is a telodendron. What is the telodendron? Telodendron is the end part of a axon called as a telodendron. So this is the structure of a neuron, and on the basis of function of neurons get classified into three types. First is the afferent neuron, second is the efferent neuron, and third is the association neuron or a interneuron. Basically this is the types of a neuron which is based on the functions. I repeat, this is the types of neurons which are based on the function. That means that afferent, efferent or interneuron. Three neurons or three types of neurons will have a different structure. So first we will see the afferent neuron. Function of afferent neuron is that it carries the impulses from the sense organ to the central nervous system. That means from the nose or ear or eye, it is the sense organ. From this it carries the impulses, that is it carries the message and it gives to the central nervous system. So this afferent neuron is also called as a sensory neuron, and it is found in the dorsal root of the spinal cord. Next is the efferent neuron. Efferent neuron carries the impulses from central nervous system to the effector organ. Here is the opposite function of efferent neuron, that it carries the impulses from where? Central nervous system, and it gives to the effector organ. So what is the effector organs? Effector organs is the heart or kidney. That means effector organs means it has a particular structure, function, and it will work as a higher activity, and it is found in the ventral root of a spinal cord. And third is the interneuron. It is also called as the association neuron, and this neuron is located in between the afferent neuron and efferent neuron. That means in between the sensory and motor neurons. Sensory neuron is the afferent neuron and motor neuron is the efferent neuron. Why it is called as a motor neuron? Because have you seen the motor in our bike? On the basis of that motor, bike get started, bike get lots of speed or lots of decreases in speed. That's why it is the motor, that is it is a center or it is a power of that particular bike. Like that effector organs also have a that much power or that much activity rate. So it is called as a motor neurons. So function of this interneuron or association neuron are, it performs the integration of a sensory impulses, it activates the motor neuron to generate motor impulses, and it also perform processing. These are the main structure of the interneuron association neuron. Now we will see the types of neurons on the basis of the processes. That means the from cyton how many processes are given out. That means first is the bipolar, second is the unipolar, and third is the multipolar. So this multipolar we have already seen. You can see here is the cell body. You can see in bipolar there is a dendrite, cell body, axon also present. but you can see it has only one process, originating from the cyton, and it conduct the impulses to the central nervous system. That is the, it is present in the dorsal root of a spinal nerve, that is a ganglion. Second is the second is the bipolar, and it has two processes. Single one will be a dendron, and axon will be a rising from the cyton. And basically it is a sensory neurons, so it will bring about the transmission like smell, taste, hearing, sight. That means it will present in the retina of our eye, olfactory epithelium, that means in ear, in mouth, in eye. Okay. And third is the multipolar, you can see this is the multipolar, and cyton will be here a star shape. Why it is called star shape? Because there is a dendron and dendrites are present, and only one axon is present, which is a well developed axon, which is elongated and single. And this axon initiate from a funnel shape area called the axon helilock. Okay. So we have seen the nervous tissue, and this nervous tissue will have a types of neurons, which is based on the processes, and another is based on the function. Don't confuse over here. There is a types of neurons based on the function and based on the processes. If in exam there will be a question, write the types of neurons which is based on the functions, so you will write there only afferent neuron, efferent neuron, or interneuron. And if there is a question that is write the types of neurons on the basis of the number of processes, at that time there will be unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar neurons. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you.